best hitter maybe right now is Henry Aaron.
He's most a wrist hitter. He's at the last second. You think the ball is past him, he will hit the ball quick.
Well, the catcher's glove.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, he'll hit it hard.
Hank is at his best with runners on base. Mobile, Alabama powerhouse. He's famous for his bad ball hitting.
When I think of Hank Aaron, I guess I think of respect probably more than anything else.
What are you hoping for in 1957? I hope I can gain the National League Batting Championship.
The league's most valuable player, Henry Aaron.
Nothing can be said to add any more drama to this.
The pitch by Downing. There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be out of here. It's gone. It's 7:15.
Cameron Hank is in a class by himself.
Jackie Robinson came to Mobile to speak and said to all the black kids, no matter how tall and how high the mountain is, that if you try hard enough, that you can reach the top.
Hi everyone, this is John with Silver Foo Cardboard. I'm back doing another video. I'm gonna try to keep these videos coming here. I know I had about a 9-month hiatus there for a little while. So as you see here, this is my Hank Aaron collection, and I just added a pretty big card to this collection. So I wanted to kind of run through what I have so far and highlight the 3 big cards that I have. So starting off is the 1969 Topps Hank Aaron in a near mint 7. Beautiful card. Take a look at the back of that. So I still have a lot of the 60s cards to get, and the 70s. I kind of went on a little, I kind of stopped because some of them really didn't interest me, and I would rather go towards some of his bigger cards. So next up here is his 1962 Topps in an X-Mint 6. Beautiful card. Tough borders in that year. And then the back of the 62 Topps Hank Aaron. Moving on, we have in a SGC holder the 1961 Topps Hank Aaron in a near mint 7. I love that card though. I mean the color of the card, centering is pretty decent on it. And then there's the back. Next up in my collection here is the 1960 Topps Hank Aaron in a 5. Beautiful card. Love the 1960 Topps. So next up, there's actually 2 cards. Same card. I wanted to show you this card first though. So this is kind of a, be aware. I got back into collecting in December of 2017. I was out for, quite a few years not collecting anything at all. So I was just looking at grades. So that's an X-Mint 6. Take a look at it. It's blurry, it's out of focus, it's dark, which is kind of a common problem in a lot of the 57 Topps. And then later on, came across this 5. So much better looking 5. So somebody wrote on one of the comments one time, this is a marathon and not a sprint. And so I kind of now have taken that to heed and tried to slow down a little bit on my collection and get a little bit better cards for either the rating that they get and purchase a little bit better. So some of these cards are from back in December 2017, January of 2018. So next up is the 1956 Hank Aaron with Willie Mays sliding in there. It's kind of funny. love the 50s sets. And there is the back. And so you'll see a common theme in that card, this card, and his rookie card in Topps. Topps recycled all those images there. But this is a 1955 Topps Hank Aaron in a 3. Color on the card is really good. Soft corners on it. Centering is okay. Still a beautiful Aaron card. So this is kind of his Bowman rookie, I guess you can call it. This is the 55 Bowman Hank Aaron in a 2. So this is an example of, I learned my lesson a little bit. I saved a little bit of money. You know, take a look at the borders on that. This is one that's, you know, has chipping that you can get on the borders there. But on the back of it, you can see the staining. So that's where actually the grade is a 2, but the card itself is beautiful. So 1955 Bowman Hank Aaron. Now moving on to his rookie card. So this is the 1954 Topps rookie card. And this is the SGC in a 3. You guys have seen this in my top 100 cards in my collection here. I'll take a look at the back there. So a card, I talked about working at a card shop back in the day. This was a card that I actually saw quite a bit. So I did look up some of the pop reports on it. You know, in PSA, there's almost 5,000 that were graded. In SGC, over 1,000. So it's a pretty common card, but still a card that's, you know, one of those that's very recognizable in card collecting, and one that I think you really should have in your collection. So why not have 2 in the collection? So I did purchase the 3 first. Then a few months later, I actually saw the 5 and really couldn't pass it up. Hank Aaron this year celebrated his 85th birthday. So just trying to pick up these cards, you know, and of one of the best hitters of all time. So this final card that I'm going to show, I'm really proud of it. So I really was having trouble in the direction of my collection. So do I start to pick up more 70s and 60s cards that are, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7s? Or do I just kind of hold off and wait? And so many of you know BlueJacket 66, Dave Berg. He's a really good resource on cards, collecting. Back in the day, when I worked at the card shop, the owner of the card shop would always say, any card that comes in that's a Ruth, Aaron, Mantle, Mays, that's in a Topps, Gowdy, Bowman, let me know about. Any of the other junk, he would call it, like the cookie cards or the hot dog cards or anything like that, let me know and I'm going to pull them aside. He didn't like those sets, so as a young kid, that was, you know, that was very impressionable on myself. And so then I didn't like those sets. And I would pull them aside. I never knew what he did with them, but I think later on, those were some of the prized sets that he had in his personal collection. And he didn't want to sell them to just the general public. So, looking around, I wanted to get something else with the collection here. And Dave really lets you know about the different cards that are out there, the different resources. One of them is a digital book. I actually downloaded it on my Kindle, and it is Never Cheaper by the Dozen by Brian Powell. And so Dave really kind of opened my eyes back up to the regional food and beverage sets that are out there. And I have a beautiful example of a 1954 Johnston Cookies Hank Aaron in an X-Mint 6. So I think this is a great example of the Johnston cookie sets. So I'm in no way, super knowledgeable on these, but, doing a little bit of research on it. Johnston Cookies made these sets for the Braves in 53, 54, and 55. They were regional sets. And let's take a look at the back here. And so with this year, this is Hank Aaron's rookie year, and because of Bobby Thompson getting hurt in preseason, he was called up to the Braves. And kind of forward thinking here, the Johnston Cookie Company put Hank Aaron in the set. So where the rookie cards that you see there in tops, the population report on those is 5,000 in PSA and about 1,000 in SGC. And in that 54 Johnston, the PSA total is 236. So, and in the 6, there's about 100 that are equal to that 6 or better. And take a look at, Dave's BlueJacket 66, his channel. He really goes into a lot of the regional cards. So I want to thank Dave. He's really opened my eyes up to this set that I used to think in the past was junk. And so how people can really help out, especially with a new collector or a new, in the last few year collector, to be aware of regional sets and where they fit into your collection. So thank you everyone that have followed my channel. I do have some more regional cards that I'm looking at. Hopefully you'll see something later on in the next few weeks. And thanks again for watching, and we'll see you later.